Hey everyone, Aaron Olson here with the Jeff Ritter Golf Tour Striker Golf Academy in Phoenix, Arizona at the Raven Golf Club, Phoenix. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about green reading. A bunch of my students lately that I've talked to about putting and done some green reading with have been severely under reading the amount of break that there really is in most of their putts, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to take my camera out to our practice area at the back of the range at the Raven Golf Club and roll some putts using this true roller and show everybody a couple little tips that should help them read their greens better at home. So the left video here is my camera set up right down the target line, so I set this up right behind the hole and have it going pretty much straight on with where the golf ball is going to touch the ground once I released it from this true roller. And then the right video is a different angle or different perspective that I set up right down the aim line, or the spot that I aim this putt to get it to break into the hole at the right speed. So I'm going to go ahead and roll these video clips, and I'm going to do some pausing here and track the golf ball as it goes on its way to the hole. So we're going to stop it in a few places and mark these spots with a white dot so you can see the path that this ball is taking as it goes. So what you'll notice if you look at both of these clips or both of these perspectives is that once this ball gets released and is on the ground, that gravity starts taking over almost immediately, and the ball doesn't track on that yellow line, which is the aim line, for very long. How it starts breaking from left to right pretty severely as we go. And I forgot to put in that dot. I'll add that one there. And you can see the shape of this putt and how much break it has as it goes into the hole and dives in at about the right speed. So now that we have a little bit of a track here with these white dots, I'm going to put in a line here on this left video, or this left screen, that's going to represent the apex of the putt. Now what the apex point is the furthest point away from the target line, which would be represented by this red line on the putt. So it's basically the highest point, or the furthest point away from that line that you can get. If you can imagine like a punt in the game of football, when a kicker kicks it up in the air, the highest point from that from the ground would be the apex, or the apex of a three-point shot. It's no different than what we're talking about here with the curve of this putt. So that's represented by this blue line, and I'll go ahead on the right video and kind of estimate where this apex is here as well. So if you're a golfer and you talk about the apex, or you read putts and you think that you're giving yourself enough break by aiming at the apex of the putt, you're usually severely under reading a putt unless it's an absolute straight one. So if I take another blue line here and trace it back to where the ball first started through the apex of the putt, I know these perspectives are a little bit off to do this, but you'll get the idea. And I put it right there on the right video, and then compare where the actual aim line is here. And the difference between those 2 points is going to be quite a large difference in the points between where the actual aim line is to make this putt go in the hole at the right speed and where the apex of the putt is. So the next time you're out reading your greens at home, and you may or may not see some kind of tracking, maybe a dashed line, kind of railroad tracks, maybe some dots like I've put on the ground here to help you kind of visualize the track of a putt. some people describe that when they read putts they see things like that that help them visualize the actual geometry or the 3D kind of view that you're trying to get in your head when you're reading putts. You know, you can pick out the apex, but then instead of aiming your putt at the apex, try to pick a point outside of that lets the ball roll over the apex of the putt, and I guarantee you'll have a little more success. So imagine if I'm looking at this left video and I had aimed my putt at the apex point here, and let's do some more tracking with this white dot. Let's just kind of imagine that we had a similar curve, but I had aimed it at the apex instead of the actual aim line of the correct putt. I would miss this putt at least a foot under the hole to the right on the low side. And it's actually funny, I had this true roller set up and I had rolled a bunch of putts in and asked one of my students how much break he would see even with the lines there that I had drawn out and having it perfectly set up, and he said, oh, about a foot. And I had told him the actual measurement was about 47 inches of break from left to right. So he underread it by about 3 feet. You can imagine where his putt would end up had he aimed at that point. So hopefully this helps you guys. If you have any questions, come see us at the Raven Golf Club and check us out at ravenphx.com/instruction.